We play.
We fight.
We conquer.
Welcome to the Freak Show. I'm your host, Bumpy McSquiggums, and today we're taking a first look at Epic Fantasy Battle Simulator. Or something along those lines. Epic Fantasy Battle Simulator. It's by Mutiny Software and it released into Steam Early Access on August 30th, 2021. And I've not touched this yet. They sent this my way and I was like, okay. I believe I've heard of this, and I think I might have even seen a few small videos about it, but I've not actually had any hands-on experience with it just yet. So we're about to dive in for the very first time and see what we can get going. So essentially, from what I'm to understand, and we'll go over this now before we get into it, essentially you basically pick two armies, and there's a bunch of different units that you can have between the two, and then you essentially click start battle, and the two armies go and clash. You have no control over it. You just basically see what would happen. Like if you had an army of Balrogs versus an army of Ents or something like that, right? Or you have the Dwarven army against the Elves, or whatever it is you want to do. You have various different units that you can use, and the the game just runs a battle sim between the two, and you can kind of see how it all breaks down. You could kind of maybe do this as like a co-op thing. Like you choose an army, your friend chooses an army, and then you see how the simulation runs, and you can even run it multiple times because I'm sure variants will happen in it. So I don't know, I'm curious to see kind of some of the things that you could do with this. This has always been one of those things that's kind of intrigued me. So you see you have a multitude of different teams. This is all a little bit small for my taste as far as what's going on here, especially considering they have a scrolling thing here. I wish they would have made the minimum size, the size of the Western Kingdoms here and the Dwarves. Then the Western Kingdoms, the Dwarves, Orcs, and so on, as big as Native, and then make Native a little bit bigger. But I realize it would. Oh, I mean, they still got room in the top and the bottom. It's not like it's going to be, overreaching. So first glance, first blush, first thing that I see, I'd like to see a bit more in the way of just the size of the units. Not a big deal. Small thing. Doesn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. Just going to kind of look around the battlefield here. And it looks like we could set up a defensive group, and we could set up an offensive group if we wanted to. Or we could set both of them kind of defensive. I don't know. Alright, so we got Western Kingdoms. You got swordsmen with shields, longsword, spearmen, bowmen. Then there's dwarves, there's orcs, there's undead, and there's monsters. That is all that's available right now. For the monsters, we have an ogre, a demon lord, and an oak tree. Why don't we have a dragon? Oh, look how cute he is. I mean, he's not really cute, but look at him. Look at him. Can we rotate him at all? Oh, we can rotate the camera, but can we rotate the creature? I suppose not. Alright, well, I don't want to place the thing. Alright, so let's do some orcs versus the humans and dwarves. I don't know, everybody likes a good Gondor-esque type situation. So let's build up the orc army first. I think that's probably a good idea. I don't know how many units we can have here, but I am here for it. How do we shift and control? Okay, camera speed modifiers. I like that. How do we choose which is on which team? Oh, I suppose we'll figure that out as we go. Alright. So we have an Orc Slasher. Oh, they're so small. His health, his damage, his range, his parry skill. Oh, and you can do like a multitude. Okay, what if you control click? Just clicking gives you this. And can you do like an increased number of... No? Okay. Oh, you totally can. Oh, I love this. This is great. So we'll say there's about 500 of these guys. That's great. That's what I was wondering about. And you have some Orc Crushers. I'm gonna do maybe... Okay, and then you can face them that way, I understand. We'll do about 40 of them here. And sure, we'll do 40 of them here. Orc Destroyers. I think we'll go along the back line here. And we'll do about 90 of these guys. Then you have skewers. Skewerer. That's too close. Let's just do it by 15. We do it by 20. There we go. 260 that way. I like this a lot, actually. Like being able to place the armies down so far. Really enjoy that. And a piercer, and those are our archers. Alright, and these guys are going to have a big old long line of these boys. And it's going to be 3 deep. And then I kind of wish we had some, like maybe mounted units, but that's okay. We're going to throw some ogres in here. I don't know how fast the ogres are going to be. Does it say speed? It does not. So I would increase the UI overall. That would be my number one thing. And maybe there's an option for that. I don't remember seeing it. Let's take a look real quick. Zoom sensitivity. Yeah, it's all there. There's no UI. Nope. Maybe scale the UI up just a little bit. That would be probably one of my only critiques. Everything's so small, you know, it's all tiny written and everything else. So, I mean, again, I can see it, but I can understand where people might actually struggle to see some of this stuff. I think we're gonna go with oh no, I just want a group of 3. Okay, and then I kind of just want like maybe a one-off on the side here. There we go. Is it still trying to give me more? It is. Okay, because you do the left, right, and then you do the back. I mean, that's my fault. There we go. I think that's fine. I'm curious to see how this all plays out. All right, and then we're gonna go up here. We're gonna go with the a combination of the Western Kingdoms and some dwarves actually. So what we're gonna do here to start with, we're gonna do a bunch of bowmen. Just a bunch of bowmen, just like right up here. I mean, maybe not like the most bowmen you've ever seen, but, you know, a fair bit of them. And, gosh, I don't know. Probably gonna just kind of line the ridge with bowmen, you know? It might not be the most ideal situation for the enemy to have to go to various different points. And it might actually end up being bad for us overall. But we're going to try that. I kind of want these guys to be defensive as opposed to offensive. Now, down here, we have all these folks, right? How do you change the team? Like, that's team 1. Oh, maybe. Okay, hold on. Wait. Okay. Maybe. Can we select and delete? How do we despawn unit? I just want to clear this one unit. Oh, that's how you change the team. Okay, never mind. That's how you change the team. Okay. Okay, I like that. We'll make them team 3. And honestly, we should have made all these guys team 2, if I'm being honest here, because, you know, everybody knows that the Orc boys are bad. I mean, some people might disagree, especially Warhammer fans, but generally speaking, we want the Orc boys to be kind of bad. All right, and I guess this is how many points that we currently have total. We're gonna have some swordsmen here. 240 swordsmen. I have some dwarven rangers that are going to be behind it. I don't know how effective dwarven rangers are going to be, but by golly, they're going to be there. Some dwarven shield bearers. Dwarven knight guards. And again, that's just kind of for the initial group going up against that. It does not seem very fair to them, but that's okay. Okay, we can change whether they attack or they hold or whatever. That's good. I'm glad that that's a thing that we can do. Okay, so with that, we're gonna have a fair bit of a dwarven activity here. A dwarven blacksmith. I mean, they're gonna kind of try to hold the line, I guess. It's not a whole. I mean, there's a fair few of them, but there's not a whole bunch, you know. And then we have more of the humanoid groups here. We got our spearmen across the board here. 180 of them there. Some more spearmen over here. Kind of like our generic unit. We got some long swordsmen. We'll throw in with the initial group. Kind of hope that they can do a little something. Maybe we put them as a backup here. But just a few swordsmen left. That's like all we've got. Or sorry, long swordsmen left. And then over here, we're basically going to just try to defend them. Alright. So the teams are not balanced yet, but it's okay. We're going to play around a little bit here, and we're going to make sure we figure it out. I kind of wish during this this point here where you're building up the forces and everything else that we actually had a little bit of music going. I think that would be fantastic. So essentially, like I said, guys and gals, and this is like the perfect type of video or perfect type of game for a first look video, excuse me. Because again, you just kind of randomly grab a big group of dudes, you throw them all in there, and kind of see how the battle transpires. You can change and tweak things. It definitely looks like Team 3 is stronger than Team 2, but Team 3 is also more broken than Team 2. Or the bad guys versus the good guys. And on top of that, we want like all of Team 3 to kind of hold. Now, I'm hoping when they hold... Oh, I can see you can remove right there. That doesn't mean that they're not going to move at all. Like, I want them to actually attack when, things get in range, but I don't want them to necessarily charge out and throw an attack at them, We'd even make like a little bit of an undead horde coming at us too. Like, it doesn't have to be just 2. That's why we have a multitude of different teams. Alright, well then let's go back over here to the orcs. And we're going to have, I don't know, maybe another orc army coming from over here. It's probably not going to go super well for the orky boys over on this side. Because they're not going to have quite as much backup, we'll say, as the others. But they'll still be pretty sizable overall. And I think that pretty much balances it, honestly. Alright, and we're going to go put you guys on Team 2. Okay, pretty close. Pretty close to a balanced thing. Let's see how all this works. Alright, you guys ready? Ready for battle. Let's see what happens. Let's start the battle. Okay, so we can see how this is all going to play out. These guys are running in. Super excited. We're going to come over here real quick. These guys are charging in. Exactly the way I wanted them to, by the way. Get cinematic mode. We can turn off all the extra stuff here. They're kind of screwing their formation up a little bit here. They're running in. These archers are not prepared for this side attack. I am sorry that I'm really bad with the camera. it's really different than what I was expecting for the camera. It's nice. I actually really like it, but it's not what I'm used to, so it's going to throw things off. Clash over here is about to happen, but they're kind of splitting up a little bit, and it looks like the ogres are actually faster, at least for the most part, than the rest of the crew. Clash over here is about to hit. They're going to hit pretty close at the same time, honestly. Alright, we're starting to see some stuff. Ooh, the ogres are getting dropped by the archers. The archers are actually making a big difference right now. Oh no, one of them just stopped. Oh, here we go. The clash has begun. Oh, the ogre's doing some stuff. Okay, he didn't get much done, but he tried. The archers are wreaking havoc and raining death down upon the enemy. On this side too, there's a little bit of arching happening from the little bit of a side over here. There's no movement or strategic switching over here. The battle between the spearmen and the orcs seem to be carrying the day here. Unfortunately, like I said, I kind of wish you could set them into skirmish mode or something where they would literally like collide with each other, right? Like you get within a certain distance, they would go out and attack as opposed to literally holding their ground. But again, baby steps, right? Baby steps. Let's zoom back over here. There's a lot of fallen enemies here on both sides. The archers have the high ground. They are taking the archers out from the enemy. It looks like the humans and the dwarves are going to win against the orcish horde here. I say that, but these ogres made it through. They made it through the line, and they are attacking with reckless abandon here. Big old jiggly bellies, slapping fools, making them fly. Look at this, look at this. And the archers are just like, well, we better take out the other archers or we're going down like a sweet muffin. Meanwhile, on this side of life, it looks like everyone has fallen as far as the melee combatants, I want to say, for the orcish army. Now, it looks like there's a few left. There's a few orcish melee guys left there. Oh, the archers are getting laid into now. But they're still content with attacking with their superior distance here. And this group of swordsmen are like, couldn't handle us. Going right through the mountain, because that's how we do things. Loose arrows! Oh, they moved, but the guys in the back line got taken out. And the ogres were not strong enough to take care of everyone, and the last of the melee guys are down here. And then up over here. The ranged attackers are running in. The orc archers are just nothing. They can't keep up with the human longbowmen. And they are getting charged, though. So what I think we should do, if we were to do this over again, which we absolutely will, is we will have some of the groups hold the line like we have up here. But I think our front line group, instead of holding the line as much as they did, we're going to send them in to attack. And we're going to have to up the orcs anyway, because there's supposed to be more orcs than there are humans in general. Team 3 is victorious. Press tab to restart the battle. Alright, well that was cool. That was cool. Alright, so we got to see some stuff there. Like I said, I don't mind playing around with this for a little bit and have some fun with it. Can I move this group? I think they're our first archer group that we put, isn't it? Yeah, they are. Can I move them? I can remove them. Alright, that's fine. I'll just do that. So we're going to go bowman again. And we're going to actually send them in to attack as well. Alright, and we're going to go with Team 3. Okay, and we want them to attack. We actually want all of these guys in the front lines to attack. That is our goal right now. Wait, these are bowmen. We don't want the bowmen. Okay. I want you to attack. I want you to attack. So this is like the initial army that just wants to charge in. They were sent out ahead of the rest of the group. And they're supposed to kind of hold the line and attack. And They didn't know if reinforcements were coming. This is kind of the story, the narrative in my head. They didn't know whether or not the reinforcements were going to be on their way, so they said, all right, well, we're just going to have to abandon all hope and just go in and hope for the best here. So that's going to be kind of how they do things. Then we're going to go back over here, and we're definitely going to increase the overall, because the orcs did not have enough people. Now, they're going to do some sneaky stuff here, as they managed to sneak by a couple of groups of their skewers, and we'll say a couple of and a group of their piercers, like a big old long line of the piercers. There's a couple of them there. They're going to try to outmaneuver the rest of the group. Then we're going to go down here, and again, they're going to have some ogres that are going to help carry the day, hopefully. I mean, I can't promise that that's going to be the case. They brought 10 ogres on this side. We'll plop a couple on over here. We want it to at least be close, you know? Oh, no, not that many. It's like 12. 12 still seems like a lot. However, we're not completely done adding additional troops just yet. We got some other boys here, too, that are going to kind of try to fit into the group there. Then on this side of life, this army is clearly far too small for what we need. So we are going to actually really increase it a lot. We're going to do that. We're going to have a whole bunch of destroyers. It's going to be like a double wave army, essentially. It won't necessarily line up perfectly, because I care less about that right now than what I normally would. Alright. And then we're even going to have our, again, row of archers just across the way. 3 deep. And then we're going to throw a couple more little ogre patches in here. Alright, and then over here, just a couple more. There we go. I think that's a little bit better, and then we're also going to do this. We're going to do like a small, and it's going to stay in group 1, but like a small group of undead is what we're initially fighting here. Like there's just like this little group of undead that is just like come by, and they're like, ah, we're going to kill you, and it's just not nearly enough. So this is kind of what's going to start it all off, right? We got the undead coming. Just a couple little groups of undead, and we're going to have like a demon lord that's leading them. There we go. And that's going to start it all off. So we definitely have a nastier team now, but we got to, of course, move everybody over. It's going to be a little bit. It's going to be a little bit before we're ready. It's okay, though. I wish there was a way to, like, select a group of things and then just change everything to a team. Now, it's very possible that most of these things that I'm wanting or saying are possible within the game. I just don't know how to do it. So keep in mind that I've not actually launched this or played this before we started up today. So this is all, you know, very much my first time experiencing the game as a whole. I said I was aware that it existed. I thought it looked kind of cool. I was like, it's something we could play around with at some point, you know. Maybe we go with a number of points, and we kind of compete against each other, you know, like maybe with some of my friends or whatnot, and just see what kind of things we could do. All right, I think that is that. And do I want anything else? Maybe an undead raider group? Just a couple of them, you know? A couple small things here. Alright, so we got 200, we got 4,000. Okay, I think this is going to be a much better battle. Let's see how it goes. Cinematic mode, speed up and down, 1 and 2. The battle is just beginning. The Demon Lord's there. Things are running past right now, immediately. We're going right up into our archers, but they got torn to shreds before they hit. Oh, one guy got through. Oh, I think we might have arched our own people. I don't know if the arrows hit our own folks. This demon lord is he's doing some work, and you already see that the undead are taking no prisoners right now. Meanwhile, over here, the march of our boys are coming on in from the orcish side. Much more haphazard and scattered. Some surprise attacks are coming. Last vestiges of humanity are gonna... Oh, look, this dude's just like, nope, I'm going straight for the throne, basically. I like to think that, like, the last like, the king is, like, right here. That's what I like to think, you know. And right now, the orcs and the humans are just trying to keep the stuff at bay. I think most of the undead are gone at this point. We could slow it down even more, or even stop it, or speed it up. It's pretty cool. They're getting swarmed. They're not going to be able to hold the line for much longer. The increase in the size of the orcs army has made a massive difference. And having to battle the undead to start with kind of put them a little bit out of sync. These guys don't stand much of a chance. Let's go take a look over here at what's going on. Oh, they've been swarmed and completely annihilated. We're going to absolutely crush the humans this time around. It is not going to go well for them. Their archers are trying to hold, but they're not able to. I think maybe I'll throw a couple of guys that are holding right here in front of the archers and see if that can make a difference. But they stepped up, right? So it's not really going to make a difference. But you got to give it to them. They're holding. They're not breaking. These dwarven rangers, they're like, you know what? We may go down. But we're going to go down doing what we loved. Slaying orcs. And being impaled by sharp metal objects. And or crushed to death. Alright. So the... Whoa, sorry. The balance of power is definitely shifted at this point. And, you know, even this army might be able to finish everything off. We get to basically watch the end of humanity here. So the humans did not do so well against a doubly powerful orc army. That's okay. And they have a lot more big boys, a lot more stinky ogre boys that are really, really laying into them. And I think that might be one of the key factors here to their success. I'm not sure why these guys are stuck. It's a little bit strange. Like, most of these guys are archers. Some of them aren't, like... I'm pretty sure these guys are swordsmen. Or spearmen, right? Oh, man. Can you imagine being these guys? Are like, oh, no. Our attempts at victory have failed. Like, they were excited to take down the ogre over there, but... now it's, you know, it's kind of a moot point. Like, they're getting, you know, arched from downstairs, from upstairs, all over. Every stair is arched right now. It's not looking great. It's not a very balanced battle at all. The big old jiggly ogres are ogre jiggling themselves. The folks that are holding the line are, fortunately, not really accomplishing too much here. And it looks like humanity's last hope is pretty much gone. They're not going to be able to do much. So yeah, I'd like to see something like maybe like a skirmish mode, like they can move X number of distance to engage and then they return back to the spot. And I don't know, like, from a programming standpoint how difficult that would be, but I feel like that would be a pretty awesome and just a very almost needed thing. You know what I mean? Like, what do these guys do? Oh, they're just, I don't know what they're doing. Just getting a better position to come in and attack, I guess? There's so many enemy archers at this point. Look, our rangers are just getting just completely mollywopped here. I mean, and they're throwing stuff out, but it's not doing enough. Like, if we look at the bodies, almost all of them seem to be human. Maybe not all, but most of them. I mean, over here, that was a little bit better. That demon lord really tore us up, though. I think maybe we're gonna have to throw some undead against the orcs as well to make it a little bit more fair. And, of course, bolster the human armies a little bit. They're still roaming around. They're not sure what they want to do. Maybe they ran out of arrows. It's possible. Alright, and we'll watch as humanity falls. They did their best. The dwarves are now all that stand before the orcs take over the world. Alright, and that's it. Team 2 is victorious. Alright, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and we're going to throw some demon lords here. And like a demon lord and a small army, maybe. Of undead up against the orcs here. Kind of slow their roll. I say small. It's going to be small by comparison. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna put a sizable army here, but it's gonna be small by comparison. Like they figure that they could take this and so on and so forth, but I mean, like in reality, come on, what's gonna happen here? You know what's gonna happen. It's gonna go real bad. Like the undead have been fighting for a long time, and they just don't have it in them anymore. They're like, well, we tried. So there's gonna be like remnant armies of like undead and such, just kind of messing with stuff. Little bit here. We're just gonna put some like random flares that are gonna come up here. Some undead guys over here doing some stuff. I think I'm gonna throw another demon lord over here though. And then on this side, the humans can't be caught unaware. So, we're going to have another battle up over on this side. And we're going to go with a group of... we're going to start with the spearmen. Where are the spearmen? Start with spearmen. It's going to be not too deep. Or at least not super deep. Are they facing the wrong way? They are facing the wrong way. That's not what we want. Let's remove them. All right. So we're going to go with the spearmen. We're going to go with some long swordsmen. We're going to go with some regular swordsmen. We're going to go with some shieldy boys. And a bunch of bowmen. We're going to have like 2 or 3 pods of bowmen. I guess 2 pods. 2 pods of bowmen here. And we'll see how that goes. I think we're also going to put... We're going to come down here. We're going to put an oak tree. Maybe this is the tree of life. This will basically be Yggdrasil, and it's what we're trying to protect. The tree of life. I think we need to do a little bit more here. I think we're going to need some more bowmen. We'll do some dwarven bowmen here. The dwarf rangers. Do that, and we'll even give them a little bit of shield bearers here on the backside. Bolster that just a bit. And a couple of sections of blacksmiths. I mean, they don't want to fight, but they don't have a choice. And then another series of bowmen here, I suppose. Okay. That should sort of have balanced it out, I think. It'll be closer, but let's actually turn the people over that need to be turned over to the right group. Alright, Spearmen, we're going to go to Team 3. Hopefully you guys are having some fun with this. I am. It's fun coming up with different scenarios and things to see what you can do. Again, it's kind of broad. I don't have a definitive plan in place. So, you know, it could be just terrible and absolutely awful. But I feel like, you know, maybe if I do another episode down the road, or like I said, I'm very curious to see how we can do multiplayer stuff. I think that's That's going to be a tremendous amount of fun. I would very much like to see... I'm going to leave them all on attack, actually, except for the tree. Where's the tree? The tree is going to hold. Everything else is going to attack. I think. Let me double check here. No, I think all the last ones that we did are going to hold. Like the Dwarven Blacksmith and all these guys. These are all going to hold. Everything else is not. Alright. Let's ready the battle, and let's see. But I think if maybe we didn't go and spend the time to do all this on camera, and just have the battles ready to go and let you guys witness them. And I know my camera work is shoddy, and I apologize for that. Possess mode? What is that? Oh, I can click a unit to possess? I probably have to get closer because it's not letting me do it. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. That's cool. Hold on. I can control the unit. That's so good. I love this. Alright, sorry. I'm not going to get into it, but that is pretty neat. Alright, well, clearly the undead have fallen on both sides. We're getting attacked already on this side. Looks like the battle lines are drawn, and they're doing work, but they're not finishing them off. And it's now archers, and, well, I don't know, they are kind of doing well. I'm not sure how the others slipped by. But they did. They slipped past and are attacking the back lines now. Which leaves this better, but not great. Because the archers are coming in now. This is happening. I also wanted to add a bit more on the front line, and I did not do that. But with them having to face off against a slight undead army, I think that helped a little bit. I think they're still going to easily overpower what we have. Moving back over here. It looks like our human forces are finally coming together. Though I feel like I've lost some of them. Where did all the guys that were over here go? They didn't die. Oh, there they are. Alright, we're going to take down these guys, and then we'll be able to reinforce over here, I think. But maybe not in time. The high ground archers are really kind of doing some work. The dwarves are just kind of getting smacked right now. It's a little strange. Alright, looks like we're taking down the last of the orcish archers on this side. Alright, now we're going to go and reinforce. Meanwhile, over here, this has gone better for the humans, with the undead stepping in and getting kind of slapped around, but I might have given the orcs too many archers. There's a lot going on here. Meanwhile, back over here, the front line is just sitting there eating arrows right now. That's not great. And they're not firing at them, and I don't really know why. You would think that they would shoot. There we go. Gotta do it myself, I guess. It's kind of cool. Uh-oh. Oh, no! That's great. Oh, no, but they got stuck. Oh, they're going to be too late to help. The army is here. And this side's not any more fortified than it was. Now, granted, there's a little bit less coming our way. And this hasn't been annihilated yet here either, so that's good, but it's not really gonna work. Okay. They finished slaying them. And they're gonna come around behind. I don't think it's gonna be in time. Like I said, I don't think it's gonna work, but I mean, maybe. There's very little left protecting our godly tree here. I dare say we should possess the tree and go to it. Oh, we are slow. We real slow. Alright, we're gonna move on. I'm going for those ogres. Just taking our guys one at a time. Alright, yeah, we took down the ogres. Okay, now we're gonna walk over here. Try to help. There it is. Oh, it's so cool! Alright, we're getting chopped up a little bit. Let's back away. Ah, they're shooting arrows. I don't move very fast. Ah, they're so angry. Save me, other people. Save me with your skirmishing abilities that you don't have. Alright, I'm gonna continue to fall back. I mean, I don't think he's gonna heal up or anything, but we're gonna fall back. I think we might have changed the outcome there just with that little bit of a possession thing that we did there. Oh no, is he going back into combat? I hope not. It does look like things have changed. Where's our is this our other army? It is. Where are our melee guys? Oh, they got there, but they didn't accomplish as much as we had hoped. Okay, the tree just went back to its original spot. It's okay, we got a lot more archers arching now, and these guys are kind of useless, unfortunately. We're gonna have to go into possess mode now. Come on, boys. Take him down. Got aim lower, maybe? There we go. Take him down. The hero archer. Uh-oh. Where did those guys come from? Where those big boys come from? I like that I can control a character. That makes me very happy. Eh. Did we do it? Is it done? Well, we're gonna go over there and we're gonna see. Let's get to it. The hero archer of the day is kind of carrying it, man. Between him and the few folks that are left up there. They did it! Team 3 is victorious! Alright, let's go here. Let's take a look at the battlefield. One final time. Oh, but the tree fell. The tree did not make it, so we failed humanity after all. So this is basically all the humans that will ever live in my warped and twisted storyline here. The tree of life is literally had to survive in order for new life to be able to be brought into the world. So everyone is barren now. This is literally the last of human and dwarf kind. They all came together. And they did their best. But in the end, the tree had to step up and had to do some work. Took down some ogres. Slapped a few fools. Did some stuff. But in the end, the archers eventually picked them down. With the human armies unable to move forward. And the dwarves just barely able to, you know... Man, so many bodies. It's crazy. The dwarven army is just able to win the battle. The tree fell. The dwarves, even the greatest smiths, cannot put them back together. And such is life here in the world of epic fantasy battle simulator. Anyway, guys and gals, there you have it. Like I said, it's I would change a few things if I could. UI size, I'd like to see like the writing a little bit bigger on all fronts. I mean, you can already scroll, so I don't see the point in making it as small as it is. And again, if you have UI scale, you can always shrink it back down if you like it being really small. I mean, once the battle begins, it doesn't really matter. I like to be able to click and see and read everything very clearly. And this is a little bit hard to read. I can still read it for sure, but it's a little bit hard to read. Anyway, I had fun with it. Hopefully you guys had some fun as well. And maybe it's something that's now on your radar that wasn't there before. Who knows? And the fact that you can possess units. Didn't know that was a thing. That was really cool. Anyway, folks, that's it for this first look video. If you want more information about the game, where to get the game, information on the developer, or any of that stuff, it'll be down below in the description of the video and various links like it always is. Subscribe to the channel, like the video. You know the score, guys and gals. And until the very next first look video series, whatever you see here on The Freak Show, I have been your host, Bumpy McSquigums. Thank you for stopping by The Freak Show. We play, we fight, we conquer.